Hi guys, and welcome to the Dreaming in Fibre podcast. I am Sarah, your host from sarahstexturecraft.com. You can find the show notes for today's show at dreamingandfibre.blogspot.co.uk. Today we are off to the Bristol Wool Fair. It's set-up day, and throughout the show I'm hoping to show you a little bit around the show itself, what I've got on my stall, and talk about how I found the show as a stall holder. If you've been watching for a while, you'll remember last year I did it for the first time. This year's the second year of the show as well, so I'm hoping all will go well and it will be a little bit better attended. It was very well attended the first year, but more people will know about it this year, so fingers crossed, eh? The second part of the video today will be my show at West Point, so I will talk about that more as that show gets closer, and for the first section, as I say, we'll focus on Bristol Wool Fair. So today is Thursday, it's about lunchtime. I'm sitting in Tesco's car park just having my packed lunch, ready to go off to Bristol Wool Fair. So it's, yeah, lifestyles of the rich and famous here. Oh yeah. It's a really nice day, hoping that setup should be quite quick, and then it's a 3-day show. It's Friday, Saturday and Sunday. It's on a farm this year, so a new venue. It was on the Downs in Bristol last year, and they've moved that for various reasons to this farm, so hoping that that will actually be in our benefit. Certainly for us on a drive up, it's quite easy because it's just on the Cribbs Causeway section of the M5, so it should be straightforward to get to, hopefully. So I will pop back in a second where hopefully I will be at Bristol Wool Fair and setting up, and I can show you around. This is the size of my stall. Oh my god, how am I going to fill it? Part way done. Okay, so it's end of the day, very sunny end of the day, and we are back in the van, hitting a traffic jam, lovely, on our way back to Exeter, then to turn off to Crediton. Setup went really well. I didn't show you a final picture because there's a couple of other things that I kind of want to do to the stall, which I'll do first thing tomorrow morning, so I'll show you pictures then. Yeah, it went well. This place is easy to find. I think once they you know, sort of cordon everything off so they get a flow for people to follow and walk through tomorrow, then it should be easy for people to find all of the stalls that they want to see and find their way around the farm. There's also a cool farm shop there as well, with lots of lovely meat and veg and that kind of thing, so who knows, if I get a chance and it's still open at the end of the day, I might have to snuggle out some sausages for the weekend or next week's tea, something like that. Looking forward to tomorrow. Oh, sorry about that. Hoping the weather will stay with us. The weather is supposed to be a bit iffish towards the weekend and possibly a bit rainy, but we're all inside. I thought we were going to be in marquees, but we're actually in farm barns, so that works perfectly. If you've been to Wonderwool or to Proper Woolly, it's kind of akin to that sort of setup. So if I get a chance, I'm hoping I'll be so busy that I won't get a chance to leave the stall, but if I do, then I will show you around, because it would be nice to show you the new layout and things. So I will sign off now and catch you tomorrow morning and show you around the show. Morning, it's first day of Bristol Wool Fair. Bright and breezy, we hope anyway. I'm going to go in, do a bit more to the setup, then I'll take some pictures and some video to show you around the stall. Got lots of new colourways this time, both on yarn and on fibre as well. Also some new blends. We spoke about those a little bit yesterday, so I'll show you later when we get to the stall. The weather's looking okay at the moment, so I'm just hoping it stays like this. Fairly warm as well, which is quite nice. So yeah, hoping for a good day. So I'll talk more when we get there and show you around the store. So this is me guys, all set up. If we start this end, got cell buckets, pick and mix, with silk, fleece, got merinos, a couple of other cell buckets, gradient tops, and my book, spindle kits, blends and hand dyed tops. There's some semi-solid 50 grams down the bottom, and then blends, lots of new colours, new colour blends and new colour tops, a lot of one of a kind as well. Bats, and some of my samples dotted around as well, with patterns, gradient dyed yarns, Ulfracombe shawl, kits and bits, and then the yarns. Samples. There we go. These are new.
Thank you.
And there we go, that's it really. Quite a lot of work. Quite happy to be here. I'll be even more happy when it's sold. It is Saturday, so it's the second day of Bristol Wool Fair. We are off on our way. It's a little bit spitty outside, looking like it's going to be a great day. I think that's what it's forecast for. Yesterday went okay, very quiet, but I think new location and it being a Friday, quite a lot of people were obviously at work, so it's one of those things. Thank you to everybody who did come and say hi, to new customers and to existing customers, and to those of you who couldn't afford to buy but just came to say hi and to show me things you've made and stuff like that. It was fantastic to see each of you, and thank you for your support. Today I'm hoping we'll be a bit busier because it's Saturday. Hopefully we'll get a few more families and things. There's quite a few other things going on this weekend as well at the farm. So there's us with our stalls, workshops, that kind of thing. They've got Viking reenactment as well. There's possibly a boot fair on Sunday. But also there's an exhibition going on in Cribbs Causeway where they're collecting together all of the large-scale model Shaun the Sheep pieces of art that have been up and down the country in separate cities, and they're putting them all together in one exhibition in Cribbs Causeway apparently for today. So they're expecting something like 25,000 visitors, and they've sold out of tickets. So that would be nice if they all came, wouldn't it? I don't think they will, but even if, you know, like 10% came, that would be fantastic. So you never know, we might get lucky and they might spill over into Bristol Wool Fair. But yeah, I'm hoping today will be good. I've got my eye on a spindle, which I will show you later. That's being held on a stall for me. It'll be my birthday present from Darren. And what else? Picked up some more needle tips for my interchangeables, a couple of sizes that I was missing. I think that's it really, unless something else really takes my fancy, I don't know, we shall see, but I will show you if we get there early enough. I don't know if we will or not, but I might take you on a little video tour, or I might do that later today because I think we're closing again at 6 today, crowds have normally thinned out by then, so I'll take you on a little jaunt round and show you what's happening. Okay, so I'll leave it there and catch you later. Early morning video. This is Belinda Harris Reid. Beautiful cashmere stuff. As you can see, there's lots of space to walk around, which is nice. So you can see there's a real mix of stuff. Obviously people haven't opened up yet, but you get an idea. Sorts of different kind of things, which is nice. Morning guys, it's Sunday morning. It's bright and sunny, clear. I think there's supposed to be a little bit of rain later on today, but the forecast has changed, so I'm pleased about that. Should be a nice day, I think. Thank you to everybody who came past yesterday, and thank you to everybody who also said hello. It was nice to see plenty of faces from Instagram and Twitter, also from Ravelry as well, and of course my customers. Also special thanks to Russell who bought a copy of my book and asked me to sign it as well. I was a bit all embarrassed because it was the first time I'd ever done it, and I don't know, make me a sort of proper author type, I suppose, if I sign a book. Anyway, so thank you very much, Russell. I hope you enjoy the book. I hope you find it useful and inspirational. Thank you also to Jenny from Owl About Yarn, who came to say hello, fellow podcaster. Always pleased to see fellow podcasters as well. A bit tired today, I'm not going to lie. It's last day. Rumour is that we finish at 6 again today, so I don't know, it's a bit late for me. But hopefully if the weather's with us and if the crowds come out today, then it should go quickly and easily enough. Plenty of fluff left today, so I don't feel too depleted for West Point, which is coming up in a week and so. So I should have plenty left there for that show. It'll be it's a 4-day event, so that'll be quite interesting. A different mix of people, as that's more of a general craft show rather than a more specific show. So different stuff sells, so it's always quite interesting to take new product and see how it goes. But there's been a good reaction to all of my new things, new blends, the new odd socks colours, my one-of-a-kind braids, that kind of thing. So yeah, quite pleased really. I'm going to leave that there for this morning and take some pictures later on. See you later. Hi guys, it is setup day for West Point, so let me give you a quick recap on the end of Bristol Wool Fair, because I can't remember if I did final day recap or not. All went well in the end. Did well, so I was very pleased with that. Saw lots of people that we knew and caught up with people, and it was nice to see fellow stallholders and that, and I'll definitely be doing that next year, I think. Coming back from the show, things got busy in the shop, so I've been a bit busy this last week, which is quite nice. And getting ready for you know, trying to sort of organise a new shop update. So the October shop update will probably be just things that come back from this show, to be honest. So I've been clearing up some space just to sort of make sure I've got room for everything, so I can make the website look nice and pretty. So October's shop update, rather than being there sort of visibly all at once, it'll probably be, you know, weekly, or maybe even daily if I get lucky. I'll be adding little bits and pieces. So yeah, that kind of leads me up to today, set up at West Point. This is the, I never remember the name, it's the Stitching, Sewing and Hobby Crafts show at West Point, which is run by ICHF. It's the most expensive of all the events that I do, so with this comes a little bit of pressure to make sure that we sort of sell as much as we can. So if you see me there and I'm looking a little bit harassed, then you know why. It's gone well so far this morning. It's just midday. I'm in Tesco's car park again, ready to eat my lunch, so yeah, I do take you to all the best places. Yeah, everything's sort of done. I've got to go to a customer's house. I'm going to pick up some little felt pieces of art that she's done that will go up on the wall, just to, you know, sort of give people a flavour of, you know, what else they can do with the fibre and that I sell. And then it's off to the show where I'll sort of be devising stall layout, and hopefully it'll be finished by 5. That would be quite nice. Not planning to stay late, don't have a massive amount of sort of things in regards to a new layout or anything, so it's just kind of faffing around with, you know, sort of making sure it looks pleasing and so on. Had enough in terms of batches left over from yarns and things that I didn't have to worry about setting up dye sort of studio, as it were, at home during the week. So I'm confident that I have enough of the right stock to make it look good, so let's just keep our fingers crossed and hope that everyone likes it. So I'll probably show you some pictures throughout the day of sort of setup, and then yeah, I'll probably video tomorrow morning before we start, let you know how today went, and go from there. So I'll see you in a bit. Morning guys, it's first day. Everything got set up yesterday okay. Sorry, the road's a bit bumpy. So I'm looking forward to starting off today. Haven't got too much to do when I get in, so I might, if I'm lucky, get a chance to have a look around, because for some reason I set the alarm clock for the time I should have got up, and it turns out that my clock was set for, what was it, an hour early, wasn't it? Yeah, so you can imagine the language when I found that out. I'm up. It's better to have been early than late, right? So not a bad thing in the end. So we're going to get there hopefully a little bit earlier, so I'll have time to have a look around. So I might even get to take some photos on the first day rather than the last day when things are looking a bit empty. So I'll yeah, insert those in a bit if I get a chance. I'm a bit nervous today, not going to lie, because this show is just so expensive to, you know, in terms of fees and setup and that. Even though it's only down the road for me, it's just so expensive that, yeah, it makes you a bit nervous. You know, can I make that money back? So I'm really hoping that today is super busy and that I get to make some of that money back, or most of that money back today would be fabulous. Probably asking a little bit too much, but fingers crossed, eh? So yeah, going into today feeling a little bit nervous, but other than that, happy and looking forward to seeing everybody. So when I get there, I'll show you around. Friday, second day of the show. It was quiet yesterday. It was busy in spots, but it was quiet. I'm wondering if there's a trend change, maybe, I don't know. Other people said they thought it was quite quiet as well, so yeah, interesting. So I'm going to see how today goes and obviously the rest of the weekend, but I'm wondering more and more, which of course I wonder every year, is whether it's worth maybe applying to some different shows and just changing it up a little bit, because I think that's not necessarily a bad thing. I do quite a lot locally, so quite a lot of my local customers would have seen me at Bristol, which is just a week ago, so I don't know. Food for thought. We'll see how the weekend goes. I mean, it's not all that bad, it's not all doom and gloom. You know, saw a lot of people I knew yesterday and had time to chat to them, which I don't normally get, so that was good. Met a lot of new customers, a lot of people from Instagram as well who follow me and came along to say hi, so thank you very much for that. Yeah, had a lot of interesting conversations, met some people who did, you know, sort of different crafts and use wool for different crafts and things. So it was quite good, really. Inspirational day. Feeling a bit tired this morning. I had to cut some extra fibre, so I'm going to finish that off when we get there. Have it all ready for when the place opens. Hopefully we'll get a bit more of a look round and see what there is in terms of fellow stallholders and the exhibitions. You saw a few photos yesterday, so there were the costumes from the Madding Crowd, the film that's just come out. There was also the exhibition where you saw the embroidered birds. There were different size birds, and they were done by a lady who can't be at the exhibition for health reasons, so she'll never see her own exhibition, which is such a shame. And it was really inspirational, really beautiful work, and very inspired. So I couldn't take too many photos, obviously, so took a few, and I hope you like what you saw. And I've put her name underneath those photos as well, so have a look. I don't know that there will be much about her online, but yeah, worth looking into if you can. Yeah, going to have a look round and see what else there is. There were some beautiful quilts as well. Not sure if I'm allowed to take any photos of those, so I might sort of try and, if I can, take a generic photo of the area, so you won't be able to see any close-up details, but you'll be able to see, you know, sort of scale of what's available there in terms of exhibition space. If anything else pops up, I shall let you know. So I'm going to leave it there, hopefully show you some pictures in a bit, and I'll talk to you all about it tomorrow morning. Morning, sunny here in Devon. It is Saturday, the 26th, is it? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, it's the Saturday of the West Point show. Yesterday was better than Thursday. I can't remember what day it is. Knackered, really. We've got a lot to do to sort of take what we did last year, so I'm a bit concerned still. I'm wondering, as I said yesterday, whether the trend for these big national shows is kind of changing. There's a lot of people, not just my woolly folk, but a lot of other people were kind of saying that they find these shows a little bit overwhelming and maybe not specific to them, so they come along and they maybe don't spend as much as they would have done, or because they can't find what they want to find, so they're kind of searching for more specific shows. Now in the wool side of things, obviously we do have more specific shows, so I could transfer, if I can get in, if I can apply and get into some of those other shows, hopefully. But I don't know, I wonder whether a bit of a bubble is bursting, maybe, I don't know. And I say this because I know of a couple of, I know of an events company that's just gone into liquidation, and they run national scale shows, which is part of my feeling on that bubble bursting trend. but a couple of other small wool specific shows that were small, but they're probably not going to continue for next year. So I'm wondering if there are possibly also too many wool shows. I don't know. So I have plans afoot. You have to think on your feet when you're in this business, and when you work for yourself in any business. You've got to think on your feet and try and act quickly if you see what you think might be a trend forming. So I'm toying with ideas of maybe, well, probably not doing this one next year and instead doing something else, maybe a little bit further afield, because I've just done Bristol, so that's fairly close in terms of time to this one. And as I did well at Bristol, I wonder whether those same people really wanted to come to West Point. If they'd just been a week or so apart, like they were last year, a week extra apart, it would have made a difference, because they would have come to Bristol, bought some wool tops maybe, or some yarn, and had a chance to start using it, and then gone, sort of said to themselves, right, okay, I might get some more, because I know I'm going to be able to see her in a couple of weeks. So last year that didn't seem to make a difference, but this year, where they were only a week and a couple of days apart, I think it made a real difference. But there we go. One of those lessons learned, isn't it? So I'll speak more about that probably in the next podcast, or I might do kind of a roundup at the end of this one, see how we're getting on for time. But I've got a couple of things that I've kind of been sounding out to regulars that I have seen this time, and had some quite positive feedback on. So I'll work a bit on those, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. What I would say is, if you want to keep up to date with all of those important things, rather than waiting for the next podcast, sign up at sarahstexturecrafts.com for my newsletter, and you can find information on that at the top of the screen on the right hand side, I think it is. And I will send you information. Well, you'll be the first to know all the important information. So yeah, that's at sarahstexturecrafts.com. I will, when I get in, take a few more pictures as and where I can, show you a bit more of a flavour of the show, and talk to you tomorrow, Sunday morning, so wish me luck. Morning guys, it's Sunday, so last day of West Point. We are off on our way to Exeter to open up the store for you. Yesterday was so quiet. I was like one of those dogs that wanted to chew off its hind legs. It was so boring. Fortunately we did finally manage to break even yesterday, so I was pleased with that, but yeah, I won't be here next year. I'm going to try and apply for Yarndale and hope I get in. I know there's no guarantees with that one, because they've only got limited space, so they try to curate it, which is, it's just fine. I totally understand that. So there's no guarantee to get in from year to year, which is a bit of a shame, because once you get into a show, it's kind of nice to give yourself a couple of years to sort of establish your presence, if you like, particularly up in an area where I do have customers up north of the country. I'm not just sort of Devon based, if you like, but it will be a new I'll be a new person in the local area, if you like, in terms of the show. So, but that's the way some shows work. So we'll see. I'm going to consider applying, and then go from there. But it wasn't all doom and gloom. I had sorry, the sun's so bright. It's lovely. But it's very frosty out. Very frosty. It's the first signs of winter. I think we're gonna skip autumn altogether and just go into winter, which is pretty much what happened to spring, isn't it? But yeah, a couple of really good things came out of yesterday. I had some very interesting conversations with some people who I didn't expect to have interesting conversations with. So possible projects for the new year. on top of that, it being a little bit quiet always gives me time to think. And I've had a couple of ideas that I'm going to work on for the website, so look out for those. But I think the one thing that I kind of need to sort of say and let you in on at this early stage is that there's going to be lots of things happening for 2016, because it will be Sarah's Texture Crafts 10th anniversary. Yeah, 10 years. So there's going to be some exciting things happening, and I will fill you in closer to the time. But I'm hoping to celebrate all year, really. So stick with me and I will tell you more. Okay, so today what am I hoping for? I'm hoping not to chew off my second leg, otherwise I'm going to be completely incapable of doing any dye work next week. So we're hoping for a few punters. Get some time to look around and talk to some more people as well. And then get set up and get home, because I am tired and I'm missing my doggy. So we'll get her tomorrow morning. So yeah, I'll have an hour or so of cuddles, and I missed you. Hopefully reciprocated, and not being too tired or wanting to go back, because she has a good time where she stays when we're off at shows. So I will leave you there and hope to take some pictures at the show. Hi guys, it's me. I am back. It's almost a week later and here I am in HQ. If you hear the tiny footsteps coming, that's Patch, just to check that I'm all okay. She seems to have a little bit of a cough. We had a bit of an upset night the other night, so keeping an eye on her. Might have to go to the vets, but she seems generally okay, so I'm hoping that it's nothing too much to worry about. So I thought I would kind of, sort of give you my final sign out and let you know how I felt about the last show and September as a whole. Kind of give you a couple of, sort of clues as to what October holds for us. So, already spoke to you about Bristol Wool Fair. All went really well. Couldn't have been more pleased with that one. So hoping to apply for that and get in again next year. That would be lovely. And this last show at West Point, I don't think I'll be doing it again. In the end, Sunday didn't turn out to be too bad of a day. So in the end, I think we were down, I'd probably say about a quarter on what we took last year, which in the grand scheme of things wasn't too bad. I was still in the profit area, fortunately. I covered all my costs and was into making a bit of profit, but just kind of wasn't enough when you consider how much work there is for the show itself, and what I think seems to be a bit of a trend. And I kind of mentioned this in the podcast so far, but Sunday was a really busy, not busy. It was a really interesting day. Is the word I'm looking for. Still very tired, as you can tell, and I managed to get a chance to speak to a lot of the other stall holders, and particularly stall holders that aren't in my kind of world, if you like. So they do a lot of different things, from clothing through to, I don't know, say card making and so on. So a wide range of different crafts and different kind of vendor areas, if you like. And they were all kind of saying the same thing, that from show to show, over this last 2 years, sales have been gradually tapering off. Either the footfall is down, or people are just generally spending less, and it seems to be more and more that that's the way it's going to stay. So I'm kind of thinking to myself, well, certainly I've noticed a trend. If they have noticed this show to show, and these guys are people who trade just at shows, so they don't have websites. So they're very much affected by what happens at these shows, and obviously can see trends coming. And they're kind of sticking around hoping that it will just be a blip. But actually I think what's happening is because people are spending much more throughout the year online, whereas before they used to save up, go to the craft shows and maybe mail order a couple of things, but that was it. It was, show times was when you really splurged, and when you really went with a very sort of itemised shopping list and went down it and bought X, Y and Z from, the stall holders you knew were going to be there. Well, it's kind of not like that anymore, because we don't shop like that. We can shop 24/7, 7 days a week, you know, 365 days a year as well. So it's, you know, we can get anything we want at any moment just by pressing a few buttons, and we just have to wait a few days or maybe a couple of weeks for it to come through. But you know, shopping is so much easier now for us. We don't really have to leave home. So I think that's kind of why these national scale events are maybe suffering a bit like our high streets. And high streets, I mean, God, they've been suffering for a while with the recession as well. So I don't know whether it's kind of a wider trend that should be kind of more concerned about. I don't know, but certainly I think I'm going to try and stay away maybe from the national scale shows and stick to all specific shows, because as a trend they seem to be up at the moment. Just hoping that that bubble doesn't burst. You know, we'll see. So I think next year what I'll do instead, the same weekend of the West Point show, is Yarndale up in Yorkshire. I have no guarantees that I would get in. I don't know whether I'm the kind of person they're looking for as a stall holder, and I don't know whether they might feel they have enough people there to give their customers the right mix, you know, without having me there. I'm under no illusions that I'm no one big and special to get, you know, kind of guaranteed place, as it were. But I am considering applying for that. I'll look out for the stallholder information packs as they go out, and then see, you know, what the prices are like, and, you know, sit down and work out my expenses and what I can afford and so on, and see if it's a doable event for me. I haven't applied previously because I've always had stuff that I've been doing in September, and October's equally quite busy, all those smaller shows. So I've never had the opportunity to apply, I think, in the 3 years that Yarndale has been running. So I don't know. I'm thinking about giving that one a go. There are also some other UK shows that I could try out for as well. So I don't know. We'll see. So it's not all kind of doom and gloom. I think it just means that I kind of need to refocus. And, you know, kind of on that front, moving away from shows a bit, I have my 10-year anniversary. So Sarah's Texture Crafts will be 10 years old next year, in sort of mid 2016. So I want to kind of prepare some goodies for you and for the site to kind of celebrate that. And there'll be lots of opportunities for you to maybe take part in winning things, but there'll also be opportunities if I get everything worked out for you know, kind of special anniversary things, products, and so on. So keep an eye out for those. In the meantime, if you haven't popped over to the website sarahstexturecrafts.com, then please do so. I've got show orphans up for sale. Not got a huge amount left, but there are skeins. They're all discounted. Tops, they again are discounted, and bats as well, they are discounted, and you can find those on the homepage at sarahstexturecrafts.com. What else do I need to tell you? I think that's it. So the next show for me is this weekend, which is Woolly Weekend at Kelly House in Lifton. So, or in Kelly, which is near Lifton. So if you fancy that, please come on over and check out my events page. All the details will be on there for you. Then towards the end of the month I have the West Country Embroiderers Guild AGM, so that's a closed event, but that will be quite nice because I get to sit in and listen to the speakers as well, which will be quite interesting. And then finally at the end of the month I have a trunk show at the bead shop in Black Torrington. So again, pop on over to the events page, all the details will be there. I'm hoping to put out another podcast in the next kind of week or so, maybe week and a half, so I'll remind you of those later two events, or certainly the last event, which you can, if you're local, you can pop along and come and see me at, because it's in a nice bead shop. So lots of pretties to buy there, and I will be there obviously with all my fluff yarn and pick and mix and that kind of thing. So it'd be a nice excuse to come along, chat, and maybe buy some new things, buy some pretties before Christmas. So I will see you next time. Until then, keep on dreaming in fibre, and thanks for tuning in. Cheers, guys.
There's a voice keeps on calling me down the road, that's where I'll always be. Every stop I make, I'll make a new friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on down this road that never seems to end. When new adventure lies just around the bend. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's Hobo style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow the whole world is my home. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's Hobo style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down.
Send her back in.
Back.